Hi, my name's Helen. This is my channel, Helen Mary Jo. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're returning, thank you. And if you're a house belle, hello. So today I have got quite an eclectic mix because I've been kind of swooping in on the sales and picking up here, there and everywhere. So I thought I would just lump them together, and then I think I've got my final white dress choice. Honestly, I don't think I took this much trouble over my wedding dress. Anyway, Mum made my wedding dress, so that wasn't ever going to be a thing, was it? That's one regret I have, as usual. Digressing. I never tried on a wedding dress. When I got married 46 years ago, all the dresses were Empire line, and I knew that I wanted a waisted dress, and they just didn't have them in the stores. So we kind of looked and looked, and there was just nothing that fitted that. They were much more all the same really in the olden days. And because I never saw anything I really liked, I never tried any on, and I do kind of regret that, because I know when Katie, I really am digressing as usual. When we went out with Katie to get her wedding dress, the one that she actually bought was nothing like what she had in mind, what she thought she would like. And she was working abroad at the time, so funnily enough, the one that she bought was one that I'd sent her a photograph of and she had dismissed. But once we were in the bridal store, I said, just try them on. There's only one way to find out, and that's to try them on. And anyway, she looked absolutely beautiful on her wedding day. Well, all three of my kids looked handsome and beautiful, as every bride does, I'm sure. So anyway, where was I? Digressing as usual. What did I say that for? I can't even remember my train of thought. Oh, good Lord. Oh, the white dress for the cruise, that was it. So I think I've got 3 to try on, and I have got another one ordered because I suddenly saw it in the John Lewis reductions. Because I've told you before, when I go on the John Lewis site, I filter by size and biggest discount. And if I don't do that, I filter by price, and I don't start looking until it's in my budget. I don't want to see something that's £180 and fall in love with it and I can't afford it. So that's how I search for things. And I have had a right morning of it this morning. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, and all I want to do is sit and relax for a couple of hours. But I have been online for about 3 hours this morning with George at Asda. Now, I don't know what's going on with George at Asda, but they really do need to sort this out. I had an order that I returned on the 10th of July, and I still haven't had a refund. And I have chased this, and the last time I chased it, the guy, I did it through Facebook Messenger because it's nearly impossible to get hold of anybody at Asda. You know, they all do that now. They all want you to do everything online, which is all well and good. But when you've got a problem like this, and the last time I had any dialogue with them, he said, that's all sorted. The refund will be in your account. And I was just looking for something else this morning and it wasn't there. So I've had to chase that again. Not only that, it's actually disappeared from my online orders on my Asda account, George account. And also then I realised that another order that I'd returned has not been refunded either. So I sent a message, and it takes an hour to get a response, and you don't want to miss that response because you want to kind of catch them while they're doing it. So anyway, I will stop moaning, but it is incredibly frustrating because really when you return something, it should be acknowledged immediately. At least the next day. Sainsbury's is very good. You get a response by the next day saying we've received this, this and this, and if there's anything missing you can address it there and then. They've been excellent. So George, you need to sort yourselves out. Now the other thing I wanted to mention is the Dunnes Store clothes that I showed you. They were very, very popular, and indeed I was really torn as to what to return. Anyway, what I decided to keep was the ivory cardigan with the sheer sleeves, because I thought that was really lovely and different. And I kept the orange sweatshirt because when I saw it online, I really liked it. It was a bit different. I've never worn anything that colour so bright before. And the other thing I kept was the first dress, because I know a lot of you do ask what I return, and often I forget to tell you. So those are what I kept. And with the what would you call it, fawn coloured dress with the leaves, the first one I tried on, if any of you care, I don't know if you care or not, I'm telling you anyway, I'm going to take a little piece off the bottom, probably a couple of inches, and I'm going to put a band on the sleeves rather than the elastic, and I think that will elevate the whole dress. It's very long, so it can easily spare a couple of inches. So next time I've got the sewing machine out, I will do that. If I can, I will film it if anyone's interested. I don't know if you are, but that was my choice. But this really is a big word of warning with Dunnes Stores. Returning the items has proven to be very, when I say difficult, now I know. So I took the parceled up into the post office, and the lovely lady in there said, oh, I should say I met somebody actually in the local town, and I think her name was Jenny, and I'm sorry if I've got that wrong, but you'll understand why, because after seeing you, which was lovely, 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 I love seeing subscribers, and it's always gives me a thrill, and I think they're quite pleased to see me. Well, I hope they are. And then I went from meeting this lady, bumping into this lady, and going into the post office, and started doing the return. And she said, oh, it's going back to Ireland. I said, yeah. It was all done, all labelled up and everything. And she weighed it, and it was just over 2 kilograms. Well, that goes into like the next level of stuff. Anyway, to cut a long story short, she tried 3 different ways of returning it. It was very complicated. And in the end, she said, oh, I'm sorry, this is going to cost you, I think it was £34.50. £34.50. I said, oh no, leave it. I'll find another way of doing that. So what I'm saying to you is, it would make me reluctant to buy from Dunnes Stores again. I think I'll just go on a little day trip from Southampton Airport or something if I want to go again, see anything from there again. It was difficult, and when I did return it, I have done it through Royal Mail, Parcel Force, whichever, but I had to put the weight of everything in, the value of everything in, the item of everything, where it was going, so much detail, because it's a full customs form because of Brexit. I don't want to talk about Brexit because I know we're all entitled to our opinion, but it makes me so frustrated, because Ireland was always just, as a child, we've got lots of relatives in Ireland, as I've told you before, and Mum was forever sending parcels to Ireland, and that was before we were in the EU even, and it was never a problem. But the red tape now is shocking. So I've prattled on long enough about all of these things. My frustrations, they're not your problem, I know they're my problem, but I would be very, very, very wary of buying from Dunnes Stores, given the issue I've had in returning things. Now, maybe there's a better way, maybe somebody can enlighten me, but every time I tried a return with another company, courier company, there was a problem. So we started doing it with Every, but it had to be a sale or a gift with Every. You couldn't do a refund, a return. Don't ask me why. So I'm very much hoping that it will go smoothly through the post office and I won't get arrested for filling in the form wrong. Anyhow, let me get on with this haul and see how we get on. And then once I've finished, I can hopefully relax for a few hours. I've got nothing really to do today. Well, nothing that can't wait, and it's a beautiful, beautiful day. And as we're heading into, well, we're in the middle of August now, aren't we? Not many more of these to be had, I'm sure. So I'll crack on. Sorry. Oh, my hair's all over the place now because I put this dress on. So one thing I will say is that when you get some hot weather like this, it does remind you what really hot weather is like, because we don't have that much in the UK. And so you kind of think, oh yeah, nice and warm. But I bought this dress totally with holidays and the cruise in mind. And this was reduced from £39.50 to £16, which I think is very good. It's pure cotton. It is out of stock. You might find it in store, but you know, as I've said before, it's not just about you buying what I've shown you. It's about you thinking, oh, that looks nice, I could wear the same thing. So this is a 16, elasticated, pull on. You could wear it off the shoulder, which I think looks quite glamorous for the evening. And it is a maxi. So I will show you that. So I think, you can tell me if I'm wrong, I think this is just a ticket for the Caribbean. To me, it looks very Caribbean, but as I've told you before, I haven't actually been there, so I don't know. But I thought it was a bit different to these colours. It's got like soft blue, and then I guess that's a real kind of dark olive green, and then a lighter olive green. And they did have it in 3 different colourways. They're all sold out online, but the other 2 colourways were actually just reduced to £20. So this obviously wasn't as popular, but for £16, I think that's a keeper. And the fact that you can wear it, I've just put my bra straps down, and the fact that you can wear it up like that, if you know you're worried about strapless bras or whatever, I do literally do that. I know I got a fabulous strapless bra from Bravissimo, but it's not the most comfortable of things. And you know, every bra should really be held up from the band. The straps is just kind of an added extra really. So if you've got a good fitting bra, that shouldn't be a problem. So for me, for £16, that's a keeper. To be honest, you couldn't even buy the fabric for that, could you? So it's very shushy. I'll wear this when I'm expecting a shushy night, whatever the hell that means, but that's number 1. So for me, that's a tick. And this one is from the next clearance, and this is a maxi dress that was reduced to £19. And this really I am seeing as a beach or pool cover up. This is in a large. I will link anything that's still available, but equally, if you really like it, just keep checking, because they really often do come back into stock. So it's just a caftan really, but it's got this tie detail here. Now it is too long, so I will be taking it up. It is properly on the floor long. But I like this very much. You know, if you're staying in a hotel or somewhere and going down for breakfast, I do like to be quite covered up. But equally, if we were going out for the day, I think this would be quite a good dress to wear over swimwear. I mean, I'm not sure what excursions we're going to do or anything, but this is the kind of dress that I would have in my wardrobe for years to just get out for, you know, holidays, beach holidays, cruises, whatever. Hopefully I'll get a few more. I mean, you could even wear this as a kind of dressing gown, couldn't you? Quite easily. It'd be quite a good dressing gown in the summer months. So yeah, I think £19. I think I probably will keep it. It's got this nice braiding around the edge, quite low but not too low. Very simple. I think it looks quite elegant, and it would have been at least double that originally. So that's another keeper for me. I think this is cotton. As I'm wearing it, I'm feeling quite warm, so I do need to check. It's linen and cotton, so it will be cool, even though it's quite kind of covered up. I told you it was all a whip around. This one is John Lewis, and this is Rowanzo. Now, they do come up quite neat, small, whatever you want to call it, because this is an 18 and I could not have got into a smaller size. You can see it's very fitted, and it's linen, and this was reduced from £129 to £69. Oh, it is interesting because when I started to put this on, I thought, oh no, it feels really heavy. It's got a lot of fabric to it. It is a nice quality linen. I don't know if you can really see that. Being black, it's not easy to see. It's got those kind of puffball sleeves, you know, which are better than just the elastic because they sit nicely. Rouleau loops and a side zip that I did have to undo. But now I've got it on, it feels quite nice. I thought it's too heavy, won't be any good on a holiday, but in the evening I think it might be quite nice. So I'm not sure. £69 is quite a lot of money. It has got pockets, which you know I love. I've just got a bit of thread hanging off the bottom here. Let me just do that. I'm not sure if it's £70 basically, isn't it? It's good length. I like the length and I like the back. I like the fact, walk backwards. I like that at the back. I think it's quite a nice feature. I'm torn. I'll decide when I look at the video. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, when you go abroad, wherever it is, generally in the evening, if you're in restaurants and things, they are air conditioned, aren't they? So I don't know. I don't know. But I'm just showing you what's out there. There's still an awful lot in the sales and some of them are coming down and down. So if you're in the market for anything, if you've got a late holiday, then there's some bargains to be had, that's for sure. Now this is another Row and Zoe dress, and this is £75. I can't find the original price of it because it's not coming through, so it must, I think they're probably sold out. This is a 16, and I knew I was all right getting a 16 in this because it is less fitted. So, you know, now I search on 16 and 18, and then I either order both or judge from the style. Now, I do like this, but I'm not sure I like this £75 worth, if that makes sense. It's got lots of lovely detail in it. Look at all this pin tuck along here and the inset. It's got a lot of work to it. It's got a long sleeve, which isn't ideal, I think, if it's very hot, but maybe I don't know. And then it's tiered. It's got one type of fabric at the top tier, and then it's got an inset of cotton lace, then plain down to the edge of broderie anglaise. So it's a lovely dress. I'm not sure if it looks a bit like a nightie on me, and it doesn't have pockets, which I would have preferred. It's fully lined. Well, it's kind of fully lined, but it's not lined here. I've got a natural flesh coloured bra on, so that's fine. And actually it does help keep you cool, because yesterday I had a broderie anglaise blouse on, and I said, oh, it's quite chilly, and he said, what? And I said, well, the wind is going straight through all the holes in my shirt. I think it's a bit frilly for me. I think, I don't know, yeah, I'm not keeping it. I've decided. I do really like it, but I think there's too many little things that I'm not sure about. And no, £75, it's going back, whatever that is. This one is by a brand called Love and Roses, and I got this in the next clearance, and this was reduced to £60, so it must have been £120 to start with. It's another broderie anglaise dress. It's got a nice, this is lovely, isn't it? I really, really like that. I guess it's lace insert, broderie anglaise panels, lots of nice fretwork here. Obviously the same on the other side. Now, it did have a self-tie belt, but I took that off because it looked really naff. I've nicked this off of one of my blankets. You know, I use these belts from Primark to tie the throws up that I have around to make them tidier. And this is an 18. And again, I couldn't have got this in a smaller size. So, you know, it's just a number, isn't it, really? But I'm just letting you know. So that Love and Roses obviously come in on the smaller side. But I do like it. It is quite fitted. So not a lot of room for improvement. It's buttoned through down to here, and then it's got this, it's got lots of nice detail. It's got more insert here, and then the bottom one with a layer of broderie glaze. So it's quite fun. I think it's quite a pretty dress, and I think it would look nice with some gold kind of flat sandals of an evening. Yeah, but what did I say it is? £60. I'll decide when I see it on camera. It has got a lot of work in it, I will say that. I mean, you know, it's not just a cotton dress, it's got a lot of work to it. And I think it does look nice. Look nice with a tan belt on too. I do love that white and tan thing going on. But I'll tell you the truth, I was too lazy to go upstairs and get my tan belt. So Rob said, do you want me to clear off for half an hour? I said, yes, please. And he's strewing the lawn. And that's the buzzing that you can hear, not an exceptionally large bee that's flown in. Honestly, I don't know what to say really, but you know, I hope it doesn't bother you too much. So, I have put the M&S dress back on. This is the first time I've tried it on again since I showed you all. And overwhelmingly, this was the dress that you all preferred. And I must admit, putting it on again, I think I prefer it too. I think it looks more sophisticated. It's incredibly lightweight. I'm not worried about anything, lumps or bumps or anything else. And I think this is the winner. And so I think this will be my white dress for the white night on Azamara. But equally, it's a nice dress anyway, isn't it? It's, you know, it's a really nice lightweight dress. So the fact that you can actually kind of see the shape of your arms through there, this was the bit that bothered me, but I kind of got over that now. It's interesting, isn't it? So I think this is the winner. Now, I don't, oh, there's one more thing. I'll see. It's a jumpsuit. I know, I hear you, but let's see, bit of fun. I can hear you all now. Ooh, no, that didn't work. Honestly, Rob, I can't believe he's doing that, but I shouldn't grumble. He's keeping the garden nice and tidy. So this was the... I'm laughing at myself, honestly, excuse me. I really am a bit of a slow learner, aren't I? So this is the jumpsuit. It's 18 regular. And as I got it out, I thought, well, I could get a job in a local mechanics if it does fit. But I think partly it's because I've got a long body, you know, because I got the trouser part fitted me fine, but I couldn't actually physically get my arms into the top half because I guess where I'm logging the body, and you know, this kind of goes up to your crotch, and then I couldn't, there just wasn't enough in the top half for me to get this on. I can't remember what this was reduced to, but it will be going back tomorrow. So there are really still some bargains to be had, and things are being reduced down and down. So if you're in the market, just get out there and see. So that's me. I'm not sure exactly when this video will go out because I have got another one filmed, but I'm waiting to do a bit more editing on that. It felt like a fly or something on my head. I don't know what that was. Anyway, that's me. I hope you're all having nice weather too. If you like the hot weather, I know a lot of people don't like the hot weather, but we haven't had much this summer, so I'm certainly not going to complain. I'm going to get myself a nice cool drink and sit in the garden for a couple of hours. And whatever you're doing, I hope you're having fun. Thanks as ever for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed and you've got to the end of this video, I'd really appreciate it if you would. At the moment, it's still about 50-50 of people that watch that subscribe and don't subscribe, and there's no cost to subscribing, and you can unsubscribe at any time. And if you don't ring the notification bell as well, it actually makes no difference to you whatsoever, but it helps me, and I'd appreciate that. So thank you so much, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.